There comes a time when, in order to move forward into the next stage of one's life, one needs to cut the ties that bind us to the past and keep us from moving forward. This sounds harsh, and it goes often against our human nature, because as humans we tend to cling to what we know, whether or not it was good for us in the past, or even if it's not what we want from our lives. I'm at that stage in my journey now. Falling forward into my new future requires me to take risks and guard against falling back into old habits from the past. I gave myself permission to have a complete break over December, and that's exactly what I've done. I've spent time with family, which has been wonderful after being apart for so long, and especially getting to know my lovely sister-in-law properly. We've never lived in the same place, and so this has been a very special time together. I've rested, I've walked in safety in my new environment. I've thought about things, I've faced my fears, I've let go and just lived in the moment. And then I've come back and addressed things all over again. It's time now to take my dreams and put them into action. Putting my dreams into action means living out the intention that I set when I chose this new path. The last step of my mindful creativity process, which is the process upon which my book, My Body, My Muse, is based, is the final step in this creative process of addressing issues, problems that have you stuck and moving forward. It's called intention mapping. Intentions are different to goals. Without going into a lot of detail, you can read about that in my book. The idea is that by setting an intention, you can start living into that intention right away. And my intention for this year comes down to a single word: freedom. I quite like to, instead of setting New Year's resolutions, which never come to anything, pick a word for the year that embodies the intention that I have. Last year, my word was magic. And a lot of magical things happened to me in 2021. So a couple of weeks ago, I was thinking about what would my word be for 2022. And that's when quite clearly the word freedom popped out. However, I hadn't considered when I thought about freedom that to have freedom, one must also let go of the past. Sometimes things that we love, sometimes, of course, the things that we really do want to get rid of. And that's what I need to do now. Let go of old habits, behaviors, places, people, activities that would hold me back and keep me from moving into this new life that I want to create as the next step in my journey. This is the part that we often don't foresee when we set about changing our lives, because it's really easy to fall back into old behaviors. Our comfort zone is familiar to us, and it's easy to stay there. So in order to move forward, even though it's out of my comfort zone, I need to let go of the past. I know that I've done this before, but I've never really thought about how to do it, or how to do it easily. If I knew how to do it easily, I would already have done it. So my way forward is to simply set an empowering intention that will help me fall forward into this new life. And in order to do that, I will quite simply put myself first. So for the next little while, to help me let go of the past, that will be my intention. Have my support structure in place, because one thing the last few years has taught me is that it's okay to ask for help, and I really don't need to do this alone. So with my intention in place, my trust and faith in the universe to guide me, I know that I will be guided in my thoughts and actions to live in fulfillment of my intention for 2022, a new freedom in my life.